Back. In our last video in the level 2 training series, we want to talk about grading workflow and what is my grading workflow that I recommend. Well, first things first, before we get into it, I want to talk about how grades are updated and kind of remind you of what I've already mentioned throughout this level 2 series. And that is, scores are to be entered into Canvas only if the assignment is issued on Canvas. You may have assignments that you're not going to enter into Canvas. Maybe it's participation points or homework check, and you simply want to put it into Tyler SIS and not make a posting on Canvas. So you ultimately have to decide, is your Canvas gradebook going to exactly mirror what is going to show up in SIS? I will tell you that my recommendation would be to make it so that everything that you plan on putting into Tyler SIS is entered into Canvas first. The reason for that being is that it's going to be a lot easier to update grades at the end of every single school day if you can just choose all assignments are to be updated. If you put some assignments into SIS and not some assignments in Canvas, it's going to cause your grades to ultimately be different between the two grade books. Again, it's going to be teacher discretion, but I highly recommend putting every single assignment into Canvas. So therefore, you can just upload all scores from Canvas on a daily basis into SIS, and that will cover all of your late assignment grades that you put in throughout the school day, and will make life quite a bit easier for you. So grades are imported from Canvas to SIS, no matter if you're posting some assignments or all on Canvas. If you're going to transfer grades from Canvas to SIS, you want to make sure that you only do the data entry in Canvas and then import the grade into Tyler. If you put grades for Canvas assignments into Tyler, there currently is no way to export grades from Tyler back into the Canvas gradebook. And if you were to do that, enter grades into Tyler and then try to export into the Canvas, what's going to happen is you're not going to find the option, but two, your grade books are no longer going to match in their semester grade totals and progress period totals. And that's ultimately going to cause you some frustration because then you're manually going to have to go into the Canvas gradebook and find which grades do not match the grades in Tyler. So to prevent you from having any headaches, we highly recommend that you put all assignment grades into Canvas, and then at the end of the school day, you will export all assignments into Tyler, and that makes it extremely easy to do. Okay, so my recommended steps for a workflow throughout a school day is one, to grade in Canvas. There are a few ways that you can grade in Canvas, and I've shown you here in step one, you can use the easy speed grader, which is super easy, just like the name suggests. You've got these markup tools here that allow you to add comments anywhere on the document. You've got highlighting tools, text tools, you can strike through, you can mark up a document or annotate it and draw lines and circles and so forth, or add extra text boxes. This is a speed grader. It allows you to grade for each individual student. The student name in this particular image has been removed for confidentiality purposes, but your students' names would show up here at the top. The check mark indicates that the score that you typed in the grade box has been saved to the gradebook, and then you can use the left and right arrows to move from one student to the next for the same assignment. You also have a comment box here and the ability, if you choose, to add a verbal comment, to add a video to the student, or to upload maybe a grading rubric outside of Canvas that you've used. So you can upload attachments when submitting scores back to students. Okay, so that would be step one, is to use the easy speed grader. Step two then throughout the day would be to check your dashboard submissions. One of the things that we really like about Canvas is this to-do column that shows up on the front of the dashboard showing all of your courses. And what the to-do column lets you know is that you have student submissions that you have not graded yet. Okay, so not only does it let you know which ones you haven't graded, but if you click on that blue link, it takes you to that exact assignment and allows you to grade for those students that maybe submitted late or you haven't graded yet yourselves. So this is going to be really nice notification. I find it really nice for when students submit late work to me, and I'm not aware of it. And so this lets me know that they did submit something late, and I can go in and grade it. So again, checking in the dashboard to-do list is really helpful for knowing whether or not you have some assignments to grade. Step 3, you could add scores in the gradebook. So rather than going to the submission page for what the student has submitted to you, you can go directly to the gradebook and key in a score if you'd like. That is going to transfer the score to the student page as well. So even if you're not looking at the student's document, the grade you enter here will show up on the student's document page. So it is transferable. You can put scores in on this page as well. So step 3, just manually add scores into the gradebook. Step 4 then would be the end of the school day. I recommend doing this at the end of the school day because it's going to do all of the same work that you could do throughout the day, but just at one time, so it's less work. So what you can do at the end of the school day, since you have been putting all of your grades in Canvas and you're exporting all of your grades to Tyler SIS, is at the end of the school day, go into an individual course. Here you see I have pictured the advanced robotics course that I had for this particular semester. I can check individual assignments that I want to transfer to Tyler, or one of my favorite features is just to check the box right here that says check all assignments, and then I can transfer them all over at once. The good thing about this is it's only going to transfer grades that have changed. It's not going to modify grades if there is no change. So if you've been entering in new scores throughout the school day for various different assignments, maybe newly graded work, students that turned in late work from weeks ago that you were still allowing to be turned in, it can be tedious if you manually need to go in and check assignments. So if you have been syncing all of your assignments from Canvas to Tyler, as recommended on the first slide, you can just go into each one of your classes at the end of the school day and check this box to select all assignments and then import. And then it's going to keep all of your classes up to date every single day of the school year. So we recommend doing this at the end of the school day. You can do it at the end of your PD plan period if that's when you grade, or before school if that's when you put in grades. Whenever your grade period is, that's when I would recommend just doing this once. I like at the end of the school day because for me personally, that's when the day shuts down and I can just go into every class and make sure that they're up to date and graded. So just to recap, what are the steps that I recommend for a grading workflow? Step 1 would be to grade in Canvas using the Easy Speed Grader. Step 2, check the dashboard for any late submissions from students or assignments that you maybe have forgotten or are not aware that the assignments have not been graded yet. Step 3, add scores manually into the gradebook. These could be participation checks where there is no document to check. And there is the ability to add a default score for all students if you want to give students all at once the same score. Step 4 then, at the end of day, whatever your end of day definition is, at the end of the day, go into Tyler SIS and import all scores from all assignments for all students per class period. And that roughly takes only about maybe 10, 12 seconds per class to do that. Okay, I hope that this Level 2 series has helped advance your knowledge in how to use Canvas and SIS together and is helping you to learn to grow with Canvas. Take care, everybody.